So we're going to be finishing off season 1 with episode 13. So we've got the finale. Not too sure what to put into this intro for now. I'll figure out something that works. So thanks so much for watching, and thanks for all the kind comments. That's without any spoilers as well. That's been fantastic. And I've been able to just enjoy it to the fullest, which has been great. Okay, so we're at the finale. I don't know where it's going. I'm guessing it might be going to them traveling to another moon or something like that, just because of how drastic and sudden the global effects were. But we'll see. I think we're just gonna get right into it. So let's see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Okay. Ooh, that is spreading fast.
The Whispering Woods are freezing over! What do we do?
We have to get home! We have to make sure everyone at Bright Moon is okay!
Okay, so, and yeah, this is a problem because Glimmer still has that residual effect, or the whatever jamming or blocking is affecting her power. That really limits their abilities, so they cannot teleport, thus they have to rely on flying. Okay, so what would they be doing right now? Okay, so they know where the source is coming from. It's coming from the Fright Zone, where the Horde main encampment is. So they could either go and regroup with the Queen, which would probably make the most sense unless they feel that they have to strike before they even have time to make it back and prepare and plan. Because it looks like stuff is going very, very fast, so they're probably going to have to rush to whatever they need. We'll see where it goes, though.
We're on the edge of...
I wonder... Probably could watch it right now. Let's see, should I watch the intro? There can't be too many spoilers in the finale for the first season, right? Because they're probably going to get a new intro for the next season, possibly. And I can't see them putting in like season 2 stuff into the intro for season 1. So actually, let us watch it for the first time. Okay, let's try this. Okay, yeah, that would have been pretty spoily. Okay. Okay, I am actually super glad I didn't watch that. Okay, I think we'll keep this pattern down. Let me comment on the song. Not bad. Okay, what have you done, Catra?
Catra, you gotta see this!
With the Black Garnet functioning at 200% power, the precarious equilibrium that governs all of Etheria's natural functions has been thrown into complete chaos!
So that was only 200%? I was expecting that to have been like 10 to 100 times. But perhaps it's just both doubling of its power as well as unleashing it at the same time. So yeah, I guess it was already strong enough to do quite a bit, and she just unlocked more of its potential. Oh, and so we've got the site of Etheria, so I'm assuming red is the Horde control, and we've got the bigger artifact, right? The crystals, so... What do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4... We've got like 12-ish here. Probably between 12 and 20 princesses, right? Or kingdoms, or whatever they are. Okay, so now we're going to see how they're going to deal with all these effects. Yeah, I can see Scorpia really not liking that, affecting all the civilians and the entire world. And Trapta probably still won't care until she experiences something like really firsthand, up close and personal, till it like affects her in some way. And then Catra is still probably riding the high of like doing something this powerful. So far it seems like she's happy with it, but Let's see if she regrets any of the actions, or once she starts seeing the effects start to take place, maybe that'll change. I mean, Catra's in the process of doubling down, but I mean, once she sees the effects, we'll see.
By making the Black Garnet more powerful, we've sapped power from the other princesses' runestones, upsetting the balance and making the weather go screwy.
Okay. So essentially, they are the power sources, somewhat. Since they're all connected indirectly, it's able to sap all their power. But would we not see the princess's power also wane, or is it just their ability power and it's not going to affect themselves? And if that's the case, is the sword represented in this model? Entrapta probably has a way to represent the sword. Like, she knows about it, right? So it would clearly be listed somewhere in here.
It's all in my notes if you'd like to.
Whoa. What was that?
I don't have a runestone, and Scorpia doesn't appear to have any connection to the Black Garnet anymore.
Okay, so she doesn't have a runestone. So she can attack herself, probably, then. And that's why she's using the Black Garnet. I guess the question is, like, is that tattoo a connection to a runestone? So there, each location actually has a runestone, like a physical stone, not just the symbols, the tattoos. That would make sense, assuming, like in Bright Moon, the big orb, that is kind of the Queen's stone. Plus glimmers, I assume, probably shared. Okay, so maybe the wings change from a tattoo into actual wings when you achieve a certain thing, perhaps an age or unlocking your power or something like that. Okay, I like that. We're getting more details on, like, the specifics of the princesses. Okay.
How would we make an effect like that permanent?
Well, I'd have to run more tests to know for sure, but...
Oh.
That would not do anything.
Or yeah, that should work too.
Get a strike team together. We're going to Bright Moon. Bright Moon?
So I guess she made that model 100% accurate. That seems unlikely.
Get a strike team together. We're going to Bright Moon.
Okay, so Catra's just going to try to destroy Bright Moon's one. Now, if she planned a little bit, right, she would go after probably any other thing that is weaker, because Bright Moon's the largest set of resistance, I believe. Then again, she is riding her high, and the resistance was about to almost submit to them. Yeah, I guess she assumes that she could overpower any form of resistance that they have. But Catra would know that Adora... Wait, no, she wouldn't. She would know there's a chance Adora's there, because she definitely, tossed the sword back, gave her the chance with that. Actually, she probably wants to see Adora there. Like, if she doesn't, then she actually might feel like she might be dead. Okay, I'm probably wasting too much time. Let's go back. But yeah, probably, like, test the hypothesis with something easier first.
Have to run more tests to know for sure, but...
We're going to take out Bright Moon's runestone. And with the Whispering Woods frozen over, there's nothing stopping us.
Okay, so I guess we are actually going to see what the Bright Moon orb does. And so this is the runestone, and it looks like we actually just got some bolt or something attacking it. So it looks like it does have a defensive shield of some sort. We'll watch shortly, but So these are probably going to be tank blasts, enhanced tanks. And this wouldn't be able to hold out forever. Then we have the queen currently alone. She would be trying to hold this for as long as possible, knowing that Shira is one of their only chances. So while she would be hoping that that Glimmer and the others come back, I don't think she'd just kind of just sit there, right? So she does have troops. I don't. All their alliances did crumble. It's still possible that she has made alliances or still has others she could have called upon. Although none were hinted at. We do have the Ice Princess, which is probably the most likely to arrive, for the fact that with the whole global winter happening, she'd probably have the easiest time of making it to Bright Moon. She might have no choice but to go and lend assistance, because if she doesn't, then the entire world is doomed. And she didn't seem like a bad person either, so I'm counting on her arriving. Now, would the other ones arrive? I can't remember if Floria or the plant lady. I'll remember it one day. What was it? So all of her plants would be, yeah, like freezing, like those trees. She'd want to help. I assume her magic would still work. It would be reduced in ability, as all of them will be. Oh, but how about, what was it, Mistra? Hopefully she wasn't underwater when that came by, but yeah, she would probably have the worst time. And oh god, yeah, she would be like, okay, okay. So I think they'll have enough alliances for them to hold out, and if the team gets back in time, they should be able to rout them, but how would that go down? Okay, so the Horde would be assaulting. Bright Moon is defending. So Shira would come back from the air and see that the things that are doing the most damage are the tanks that are probably empowered. So yeah, very powerful. She's pretty good at destroying them. I'm not sure if they've also been reinforced or it's just like their offensive power has been increased. We'll find out, but I'm guessing she'd do kind of like an aerial strike and like take out at least like the main tank, depending on how many there are. And she would probably go alone there, you know, create the big diversion, and then have the other two Glimmer, whatever. Oh, okay. So since Glimmer would continue on Swiftwind to go and meet up with her mom, because that's the best chance. Well, I mean, it works in all ways, I guess, right? Gets her back to the mom, and I mean, she'll be close to the power source, right? So this is probably the most likely way she has of cleansing whatever disruption is affecting her. Yeah, I still don't know what her powers are, so I'm kind of just assuming something magical might happen. So Bo would probably be on recon, I'd assume, being the ranged person with like a lot of utility. all of his makeshift things, arrows and whatnot. So perhaps, so Shira takes out one tank, and then Bo creeps up on, maybe if there's two tanks, he'll creep up on the other one. Then maybe if they take out the tanks, they can retreat back to the palace and be at a safer position. Okay, that's kind of my guess. I'm probably yeah. Okay, let's see what you do. Communicating with the stone. Okay, so that was similar to the dark runestones beam up power. So does that mean it's draining the other elemental ones as well? And is the dark runestone even an elemental one, or is it because it's like darkness compared to like light? Are the dark and light maybe a different type, a non-elemental type, kind of maybe like the tech princess is? Possibly. Okay, but at least she has some sort of control over it, so she can do something, and we'll find out what. Oh, was it a beacon?
Look!
That's Bright Moon!
Oh,
It's the
okay.
distress beacon.
Hang on!
Okay, that was smart.
The Moonstone is using all its power to counteract the growing cloud of darkness.
Moonstone. Okay, so bright moon, moonstone. Oh, okay, moon. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Oh, those two.
Spinnerella and Natasa!
Yay!
Thanks for coming, guys.
You still don't know what we do.
Everything that's happening now is my fault.
You got this. And we got your back.
Amazing. Wait, for him?
No.
This was your father's staff. I think it's time you had it.
Okay, so she's got... Glimmer's got a staff. Has anyone had a staff before? I never really think of weapons with the princesses, but I guess... Well, so Shira's got a sword, but... What do the other princesses have? I mean, Entrapta has hair. Flower Lady has flowers. But that's not a weapon. Oh, it must have a crystal on it, right? Okay, yeah, I see. So it's like an old one artifact or something.
They're here.
Oh, she's got armor too. Okay, so what we got? We got a series of tanks.
They're gonna be sorry they ever tried to mess with Bright Moon.
Yeah, how are you gonna stop that though? Wait, aren't there people in there? Or was it a trap? Okay, so they're just laying all the firepower just on the shield. They must have been given directions to ignore Shira. Because once they get the shield down, Catra probably plans to destroy the crystal like instantly. So that would make sense, because the queen can barely sustain, like, counter the dark storm. That on top of all of the tank blasts is just gonna sap all the power like really fast. So yeah. Okay, this is dangerous. And we all know Catra's just laying a trap for Adora somewhere. Okay, so maybe she's gonna try to fight her on her own. Oh, so maybe Catra has a way to even the scales, right? So my bet is that Catra's gonna have like a custom mask. Yeah, she already had some sort of mask, right? So they could probably just embed some ruby crystal in it. But I don't know if she could even use magic, so... then again, yeah. Like, she didn't even know what the black crystal was going to do, so that wouldn't have been her original plan. I guess it would come down to whether or not Entrapta would make something for her, like that's attuned to the dark crystal somehow. Okay, yeah, I'm not too sure right now.
Shira needs our help.
Go to her. I'll keep the moonstone lit in the darkness away from the battlefield as long as I can.
Okay, so how do these stones work? So by having the staff, does it allow her a separate path, a separate magical connection to the moonstone? And I wonder if she can use all the same abilities, or if it has kind of different abilities tied to it. I guess we'll find out. Like, so far she hasn't been doing anything. She was standing behind the barrier, so she doesn't have like any big beam or anything like that, probably. My guess right now is she can just has her teleportation powers back, even though she's affected by that. Okay. Okay, a pulse of some sort. Okay, let's see. Okay, that was more of a physical attack, but she's trained for that. Okay, this is when a Catra would come. Yeah.
Hey, Adora.
Oh, jeez.
Surprised to see me?
Okay, so it has like an additional effect when she attacks with it.
You've accessorized.
Okay, what's you're leading her somewhere, definitely.
I thought punching was supposed to be like the one thing you're good at.
And I thought you were supposed to be quicker.
Okay. No, it's a ploy. It's got to be a ploy, right?
There's no way you win.
No, now you're surrounded,
I already
probably.
made it a lot.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
You, on the other hand,
Yeah, that would hurt.
Enough! You've lost, Catra. You sure about that?
She's doing something. Okay. So it was a pure distraction. Okay, makes sense, yeah.
Have fun!
Well, she's skilled, definitely. Yeah, you gotta do something. You need someone to help. Oh, come on, Scorpia!
So where were we?
Where's my shield?
Can you not, like, sense it? Yeah, I guess she's not trained. Okay, she could take this. Oh, nice. Throw it. It always works. Trust me. Oh, nice. Okay, so she's got, like, lasers. Oh, are they actually gonna get it? Oh, Catra would. Oh, is that... She's making the connection. Okay, Bo, you got the shield. What are you gonna do? She definitely deserves to be the one that cleans house.
I saw the distress
Oh,
beacon. Are you all?
Although I do fear that Lord Hordak will take this opportunity right now to strike, just because he would be watching Catra like 100% at this point, right? Like, she went through the ranks super fast. She planned an attack on the capital of like the biggest resistance, the enemy. There's no way Hordak... actually, I don't know enough about him, but I would assume that if Catra's unable to kind of complete her mission, he'll take it upon himself to do it. I mean, if Shadow Weaver still had powers, I'd say it might be her, but It's just too dangerous with the runestone being entirely undefended right now, right? It's like powered down in a critical state. This isn't looking good, but we'll see if it works out. Oh, one final shot. Yeah. Are you gonna do it? Oh, there you are. Okay. Nice. Oh, she's a lot more active.
I
Nice.
hope I'm not too late.
Okay, so is that gonna... that re-empowered it? Okay. Oh, so those are the stones. Oh, I get it. Okay. So it rebalanced everything. All her work? Well, she'd have recorded the work, but still. So that's how the nets kind of work. Contain energy. Of course. Just gun. Okay, so this is like the physical proximity, closeness, empowerment. Okay, so we get to see what actually happens when they all come together. Okay, an overpowered rainbow. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so Hordak didn't strike. I see. Okay, so I guess Hordak has even much larger plans than that. I suppose, yeah, Hordak wouldn't want the world destroyed, right? At least, it seems like he would have been good with it either way. Because if he really wanted it, he would have been there to do something. But now, seeing how it is right here, it looks like he was simply using that to assess her further. Okay, yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes. Because he's got to keep her, like, on their side. She did fail, which is interesting. But I think this is where Hordak's probably going to show that he's much smarter than Shadow Weaver. He's going to, even though that she failed, he's going to still kind of guide her. Because I think he still sees a ton of potential in her, so he's not going to flip out like Shadow Weaver would. And not only that, like, she didn't necessarily fail. Well, she technically did, but she got extremely close, showed she was very devoted. So, like, she failed the mission, but essentially she succeeded in performing her actions in his name, I'd say. Well, in the faction's name, not necessarily his, but I think he's gonna be really happy with her and perhaps give her a reward or something like that. Yeah, okay.
Captain Catra, Captain Catra, Captain Catra. You will have other chances to prove your worth to me as my second in command.
Okay, it's official. Nice. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, so that I think that cleared up a lot of my open questions about kind of how the magic works. I'll catch up on it when doing the editing, but that's good because the less I need to focus on kind of the mechanics of the systems and all that, the easier it'll be just to focus on like the character interactions. And so we saw that. Okay, so there weren't like 12 to 20 princesses. It looks like there were only like 7-ish. I don't know. I should probably count this out. Is it going to be like 7, one each the color of the rainbow, something like that? Or I don't know. But yeah, right now it's hard to get a read on how all the powers are working. Okay, so I did think they would actually get the crystal, like with that a final shot or something like that. So actually, I'm glad that they didn't. That's good. Okay, so yeah, we saw Catra and Dora fighting. They were going pretty decently all out, but it still seemed like they were reserved, right? I know Adora was picking her up when she was over the ledge. So like Adora was doing, protecting her. Meanwhile, Catra was simply delaying. And so Catra, yeah, she knew that she wasn't as strong as Shira. And she engaged her with the intent to distract. That totally makes sense. Yeah. I mean, she did really well. Did we see the crew? I'm not sure. I was kind of expecting to see the crew, like have them be lying in wait, right? Okay, so yeah, not as big of a cliffhanger as I was expecting. Okay, so they toned down the stakes a lot once they kind of how did that happen? Was it when they all charged? When they all charged the sword, it gave the sword enough power to do some sort of healing. Is that the healing that she was kind of asking Light Hope about, that it wouldn't answer her? Is it simply like healing magic? Not like no, it can heal wounds, right? I thought it healed wounds at a certain point. I'm not sure. So I'll be going into season 2, I assume, following a similar format. So I plan to continue with the other seasons. I am not too sure if I should kind of do multiple shows at the same time or kind of just stick with one. Considering how slow I am, I should probably just stick with one. So if you have any suggestions for a second show that you think I might enjoy, just feel free to leave a comment. I'd like to build a list of things I'd like to watch. There's pretty much this and the second season of Arcane I kind of want to react to, but I kind of want to get a bit better at reacting before I do that one, just because of how much I enjoyed the first season. So yeah, I know I've seen a lot of animated content, but I've also missed a lot too. So I might have seen it, might have not. So yeah. So anyways, thanks so much for watching and really appreciate it. Thank you.